Hi everyone, my name is Katja, I'm Cat Coloring, and a warm welcome to both new and old subscribers in this cold time we have here. So the other day I showed you my completed Christmas and winter coloring pages to give you some inspiration as to how you can color different drawings here during Christmas and winter. So now I want to share with you what pages I would like to color here in Christmas during December month, Christmas drawings, and also winter drawings for January and February. So now this is just my coloring plans. I have never really made a video about coloring plans, but it's something that I will begin with. So I think that my coloring plans will be mostly about Christmas, but also suggestions for the winter coloring here in January and February. So get yourself a nice cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and let's get started. Okay, so for Christmas, you can see here I have Johanna's Christmas. And if you saw my other video, you know that I have two versions of this American edition of Johanna's Christmas. Because one of them, not this one, but this one is actually completely... let's just move all of these books and just have this one. So a lot of the drawings here I have already colored with markers. But there are some pages I haven't colored. So, of course, I would like to finish this book first. So I have decided that I would like to color this one, actually, with this cuckoo clock here. It's very beautiful, and I have seen some wonderful colorings of this. And I've never tried it before with coloring pencil, only with marker, in my very first Johanna Basford book, the English edition, which is actually completed. So this one I would like to color. This one gives you a lot of opportunity to use both green colors and red colors with the holly berries and holly and here, but also some nice warm wooden colors here. So the next page I thought about coloring is this one. This is also quite a popular page here from Johanna's Christmas with the sleigh and all of the presents. And here, well, you know, you could stick to a limited color palette here and, you know, keep it in a cool color palette with purple and violet and blue colors. But you could also go all in and use some very warm red colors, golden, yellow colors, and with some green in it. You could have a beautiful red sleigh with some gold ornaments here, and then go nuts with a lot of color here on the presents. I haven't decided yet what I would like, but fortunately I have one other book, so I might actually do two versions of this one with a cool color palette and a warm one. And then I have thought about you know, finishing this one. The other page I told you the other day I colored after Chris Cheng tutorial, so I would actually like to finish this page because it's sort of a double page with all of these ornaments and ivy and so on. And I haven't decided if I want to use the same color palette as this page, or if I want to try something completely new. So we will have to see about that. But those are the three drawings from this book. But as I said, fortunately, I do have some more opportunities to color in Johanna's Christmas, because this one is just for my coloring pencils, and I've only colored the first, I think, 2 pages actually. Yeah, 2 pages here. So here I have a lot of opportunity to pick some, and I have actually picked this one out, you know, because I don't have any time to color the entire book, and I don't want to. This is my 3rd copy of the book. So this one I really like. Sort of a gingerbread house we have here with lots of candy surrounding it. And this one is actually one of my favorite drawings in this book. So this one I would really like to color here this year. And then this one with the horse, the rocking horse here. This one I would also like to color and use a very different color palette than from the ones I have done so far. I have colored this one twice actually. So these are the colorings I would like to do from Johanna's Christmas. Okay, so next up is Winter Song, of course, by American illustrator Ellie Marks. And this book, as I said the other day in the other video, I love it. I absolutely love it. And we will begin here from the beginning of the book, actually. So this page is very Christmassy with the lights and the holly berries here and the holly leaves, and also some pine cones. So this one I would actually really like to color this year. I think this actually gives a lot of good opportunities to play with, light and shadow here. So you can have a darker background, but everything lit up here by the light from the candles here. Then I would like to make some ornament pages here. So this wreath with a candle and a lot of these Christmas balls here. Also something I would like to color. And that way I can also participate in some of these hashtag colorings with Christmas balls and so on, and Christmas ornaments that we find both on YouTube and on Instagram. And also this one gives you an opportunity to, again, go crazy with the colors or stick to a more limited color palette. But I really, really like Christmas balls, so I think that a limited color palette here would be a shame to do that on this page. So, again, more Christmas ornaments, because it really gets you into the Christmas spirit. This one also, so this is not sort of a Christmas coloring. This is more of a winter coloring, actually, because here we have this snow globe with a sleigh in it, and then we have an ice skate here on top of it, and we have some trees, pine trees here, and we must assume that they are covered in snow. So this one I think could be very, very beautiful when it's colored. And I also have to pick some pages for January and February, so this one is actually perfect for that. Another Christmas page here with another wreath, with a couple of ornaments, and then it's pine cones and holly leaves and holly berries. And nothing really says Christmas like ornaments and holly berries and holly. Just have to say, it really just brings out the Christmas spirit in me. And one last page, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So this one, again, also very Christmassy with berries and a wreath with ornaments and some holly. But these are not the only drawings here in Winter Song. So there are also some drawings with animals, but this actually looks more like it's sort of autumn or wintry and not that much of a Christmas. So I think I will stick to mostly Christmassy drawings here from Winter Song by Ellie Marks Art. An inevitable book to use here during Christmas and winter and all kinds of seasons is, of course, Seasons by Hanna Karlzon. And of course, I want to color some of the drawings in this one. Now, I've never done this page actually, because it's the first one, and I always do it actually at the end of the book. This is actually the first page of spring, and I think, oh my God, it's Christmas and winter, not spring. This is because I have not colored this one, but when we get to summer, I actually colored this in the summer and made it a color along. And I also colored this first page of autumn in the autumn and made this a color along. So now you can guess where I am getting at. This is the first of the winter pages, and of course I would love to color this one. Whether or not it should be a color along is up to the members of my coloring community, my membership here on my YouTube channel. But color this page I have to. Fallen Stars, it's going to be called. So this is the first page, and of course I would like to color this one. Then we have some very beautiful pages here But I actually think that I would, because I do love to do double page spreads. So I have thought about doing this one with the squirrel. And this is actually, if you don't know this is sort of a copy of an old wooden church in old days, and we're talking about Viking Age time, so more than 1,000 years ago. In the Scandinavian countries, the churches were built of wood. And in Denmark, well, they burned down and we built them of stone. But you can still find in Norway, and I also think Sweden, some places up in the north where they still have these very, very old wooden churches. And some of them are actually dating back to, well, if not the Viking Age, then at least the Middle Ages. And this is actually such a church. So this is actually a little wooden church here up in the tree with the squirrel and all of these beautiful lanterns. So I thought about coloring this one. I think it could be very beautiful with a very dark background and then the light from these lanterns lighting it up. I usually don't do dark backgrounds, but wintry pages, they sort of have to have a very light background if it's day, or a dark background when it's night. So this one I would very much like to color. Also, this page with the deer, or is it reindeer? I think perhaps it should be a reindeer walking through the forest with lanterns here. A lot of crystals. So I don't know why there are so many crystals, except that Hanna Karlzon really loves to draw crystals. But you can see the snow falling, trees here, a lot of crystals. So I'm thinking a dark background again, perhaps not black, perhaps just very dark blue, an indigo blue, dark trees, perhaps even snow-covered trees to light up. And of course, snow down here, and then the crystals and the lanterns to light up the scene. It could work. So a page like this, well, I usually would use such a page as a test page for new coloring pencils, so I might just do that. Then we have this double page again. Perhaps I really have time to do double pages. So you can say that Christmassy drawings, this is actually more wintry drawings. This one is not that Christmassy, except for the stars, but it's also more winter. And this could be more Christmassy, you know, with a red bow around the squirrel's tail here. But this one I also think, well, it's more wintry. I think this one is also more wintry and not that much Christmassy, because she has stars and there's snowflakes and so on. She actually reminds me a bit of the Snow Queen from the fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. That's what I'm thinking about when I see her. But you can also see the candles here on the crown. It actually sort of reminds you of Saint Lucia, or Santa Lucia, as we say up here in the north. It's a tradition we have in both Sweden and Denmark, that on December 13th, we have these parades with a Lucia bride after the saint, Saint Lucia. She was she must have lived during the Roman period, and she was a martyr. This means that she died for her faith, a saint in the Catholic Church, and she distributed lights to the poor and perhaps also food. And then, you know, she was murdered and all that, like all of the saints. And on December 13th up here in Sweden and also Denmark, I'm not sure about Norway, but here we have these parades in schools where the girls and sometimes also the boys, we have a bride, the Lucia bride, and she's wearing a crown with lit candles. And then the rest of the children, the boys and the girls, they go behind her in some sort of parade, and they also carry lit candles, and then they sing this Lucia song. I think in Sweden they also have a tradition about some special Lucia bread that they bake and that they eat that day. But I think it's more about this with light in the dark, because this period up here in the north in Scandinavia, it's so dark up here, so we have hardly any light. The sun rises between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning, and it sets between 3 and 4 in the afternoon. So, and most of the time it's cloudy up here, so it's sort of a gray, dark daylight we have when it's darkest in December and in January, to the 3 or 4 weeks before winter solstice and the 3 and 4 weeks after winter solstice. It's the darkest days we have during the year, and it's really dark up here. So I think that this Saint Lucia we have in Sweden and in Denmark, it's some sort of remembrance of the light, that we are going to see the light and the sun again, and it will be summer and it will be light again. Well, enough about that. So this double page, this is very Christmassy. We have some little mice here, and we have all of these Christmas ornaments and treats also here. So this is definitely a Christmassy page to color. And then also here, the last page is also very Christmassy here in the seasons, with the Christmas ornaments here. So this one I would also like to color. Again, please note I said I would like. I don't know if I have the time to color it all. Well, of course, I have not forgotten God Jul by Hanna Karlzon. And this coloring book, as I have actually written to Hanna and said, and she was very pleased to hear it, this is actually the very best of her coloring books. I think that she has outperformed herself in this book with the drawings. They are just so beautiful. If you haven't seen it, I have a flip through of this book up on my channel in my playlist flip through of coloring books. And there are so many pages in this book. And I have highlighted some, and you can see I have so many here. I will absolutely not have the time to color them all. But there are so many drawings here that seem familiar. This one, this is actually, I have a scrap. When I was a kid, I collected scraps, these small images of, could be angels or girls or flowers or butterflies or whatever. And those of the angels, I actually really like them. And I have one exactly the same as this one, exactly the same. So I know where Hanna Karlzon has gotten some of her inspiration from, because she must have seen some of these scraps just as I did when I grew up. This page, Christmas ornaments page, of course. Double page spreads, I love them. This one of the houses here, beautiful. So I would like to do it. I don't know if I have the time. If I just want some Christmas coloring while I have 5 or 10 minutes, this is the page to go to. Then I have highlighted this one. So this one is a page I particularly want to color, perhaps as a beginner tutorial or as a color along. If someone else wants to have some tips and tricks for this page, I will have to ask my members of my coloring community about this. So this one also, this is my absolute favorite page from the book, because this is a typical church landscape, wintry landscape here. This is actually, I don't think this is just Christmassy. I think this is also wintry. So if I don't have time to color this in December, I will certainly do it in January, because this is very typical of churches in Scandinavia. With all of the trees surrounding them, they are usually always situated on hilltops, so that you could see them from far away when they were built in the Middle Ages, in the beginning of the Middle Ages actually. So churches in Scandinavia are built on hilltops, and this is very typical. You can see the snow surrounding it, the pine trees. and then this beautiful frame. So this is something I have seen so many times, just driving around in the Danish landscape. So this is also so familiar to me. So this one is very special to me, this drawing. I really, really like this page. I don't think it's that Christmassy. I know we have a Nisse here, but it's also very wintry. We have a full moon, it's snowing, it's a moonlit landscape here. And of course he is carrying a Christmas tree, but you could also color this in January. So if I don't have time for this in December, I could just as easily color this one in January. Oops, this page I have thought of. I've just seen a coloring of this on Facebook, and it was so funny and beautiful. It was done all in purple, and I think it was red and purple colors. I really like it, and of course it's Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer with its shiny red nose here. I really like this one, also with the flowers. So this one you could do in different color palettes. Well, since it is Rudolph with the red nose, you perhaps should have some red in the coloring, but this one would be a very fun page to do. So if I am in a lot of Christmas ornament, this is also a page. I don't have to color it, but if I just want to sit and color Christmas ornaments one day, this is also a page where you can just do that. Oh, here's the Lucia bride I talked about earlier. So this is a Lucia bride. Oh, and those are those funny Lucia buns or something that they make in Sweden with a cup of tea. So very nice. Oh, and here 2 pages. This one with a wreath and a deer and I think it's a rabbit in here, and or this one here, if I just want to go nature with all of these little snowmen here, a mushroom village celebrating Christmas. I think the elves live here. So also a fun page. I know this is just Christmassy, but I don't know if I have to color the sleigh in Johanna's Christmas. I don't think I want to color this one for this year. I also have to save some for, next Christmas. But this one, if I'm really nostalgic and really in my Christmas mood, I would like to color this page, because this is a Christmas tree like we have them in Scandinavia. Well, in Denmark we have these on the table actually, and not on the tree. And some people in Denmark also have garlands with the Danish flag on it. It's a relic from, the 19th century, where we had a lot of war going on between Danes and Germans in the middle of the 19th century. And people were very nationalistic at that time. But the star here at the top, it's typical Scandinavian. We don't have an angel, we have a star up here. And lots of Christmas ornaments and stuff. And presents under the tree. So these are the pages that I have planned that I will look at here from God Jul by Hanna Karlzon. Next book is this Flowers and Landscapes of the World by Aikava Sora. And this one I did a translated flip-through of a couple of weeks ago, and it's up on my channel in the playlist Translated Flip-Throughs. So, there are a couple of Christmas pages in this book. And this double page spread here is such a Christmas page here, with the Christmas tree, the houses, and all of these little trinkets here. So this one I would very much like to do. And then some more wintry pages here. The one from Sweden with the flower aurora here, or northern lights. And then the church here in this snowy, dark winter landscape here. And of course also this page from Finland with the snow-covered pine trees and this reindeer. So these 3 pages here from Flowers and Landscapes of the world. And then, of course, we turn to my new coloring books. Sägen. So for you who can't pronounce it, it's actually an E, which is a special letter we have in the Scandinavian alphabets. So it's pronounced Sägen, not Sagen, but Sägen. And this book here, you have probably already seen it with others, but this is very Maria Trolle-like here. I could also have chosen some of her other coloring books because there are some Christmas pages in both the Botanicum and Flora and some winter pages. But since this is new and I haven't colored in it yet, this landscape with the little Nisse here and some comets and so on, this actually reminds me of Stjernfall, or Shooting Star, the other coloring book by hers that I finished in the summer. But this page here, and this is actually, I don't think it's such a Christmassy scene, it's more like a winter scene here. And also this page with Nissen and the squirrel here. But these are perhaps more Christmassy because this is from the Nutcracker. And this is very Christmassy here. And this one with the, I think it's the Sugar Plum Fairy here. I'm not that well familiar with the Nutcracker actually. But these pages here, I would actually like to work with a couple of them at least. And finally, and to my very big surprise, my new beautiful coloring book by Klara Markova, Orchard of Fairies, because she always has the same, content in her coloring books. We have some spring pages, then some water pages, and then summer and autumn, and then some Christmas or winter. But in most of her other coloring books, at least the ones I have and the ones I have looked at, there are mostly some wintry pages, but not that many Christmassy. But this time she has actually outdone herself because there are a lot of Christmassy pages. Look at all of these pages here. Usually there only 3 or 4, but here a lot of pages. If you want to see the full flip through, I have it up on my channel in the playlist Flip Through of Coloring Books. But look here at these so beautiful drawings. You can already see it here. She always has a page here opposite, so you color one and then you have here and you can write little notes, and this one is still autumn like, but now you can see we have I think it's a gingerbread cookies or whatever they are, and a little gingerbread house here. So now we are already in Christmas, and you can see it here with some decorations here, and also some holly here with this little fairy inside, and you can see the cold outside. I think it's actually snowflakes that you can see here. So this one is not one I want to color, but you can still see here we now have Christmas trees here, so we really move into Christmas drawings here. And the first drawing I would like to color, or one of the drawings I would like to color, is this one. I think this is so adorable, with a little gingerbread here, a little gingerbread cake here. And we also have a bow here. I think it's also a cookie here with glazing on it. And then we have a little stuffed reindeer. And we have a girl here. Also, this bell here in her hat is actually, it also looks like a cookie here with glazing on it. And also this page of the houses here, we have a beautiful Christmas ball here with a Christmas tree. There's a motif, some presents out in the snow. And then these little fairy houses. And finally, whoops, again, I have a lot of pages to choose from. We have a double page spread here, though sort of. I actually think it really is a double page spread. We can see we have a house here, or perhaps a little shop actually, because we have a window here with some toys in it. We have the presents out here and a girl with her doll. Perhaps she's going shopping. And here, the next store, you can buy cakes in here. and sweets and treats, and we have the rest of them here. So this double page spread I think is so cute and adorable. I really want to color this one. I think it could be so beautiful. So, Orchard of Fairies. So now that I have shown you all of these coloring plans here for Christmas and winter, what are your coloring plans for Christmas and for winter? Write it down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it as it helps support my channel. And then I also know that you actually like the content that I put on my channel. Also, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel for both support but also to see more videos like this in the future. So, upcoming videos, my completed pages for the autumn is coming up in a couple of days, and also my Black Friday's art haul. For the members in my coloring community, a how to color with oil pastels and coloring books. So until I see you in the next video, have a lovely day, take care of yourself, happy coloring, bye!